It's a 2 spot? It's a 3-er? Hold on a second. Who's been?
Ideally, we don't have to take this further than the edge of the water.
Yeah. I think it'll
I think
be
we
fine.
would just barely fit.
I think the dome will fit.
Is that 8? Oh, it is 8.
What is?
Okay.
I mean, I can
It's
find
23.
out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, yeah, 23. 23 from right where you put it, yeah. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, so we'll just
We
bring
can
it a little
slope
bit
it down
past
to the
that,
ocean
and then,
easily.
You need help in sloping?
Yeah,
Not
if
at
you
the
want to
moment,
come
but
over,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
we will shortly. If you want to come over and, like, go ahead and start getting a look.
Bye, Lone Wolf.
Well, we're to the far westwards.
Bye, Lone Wolf.
Bye, Wolf.
Wolf pants.
You spelled Chucha Xuxa, by the way. Someone in
Yes.
chat spelt it with CHs. Which I can
Yeah.
understand how you would do that, but it's X's.
Another reason you don't need the letter C. Remember that conversation?
I remember some idiots, yeah.
Alright, well, hopefully I get this dang oval done.
I believe in you.
You're getting there.
By the end of the stream, at
If it
least.
makes you feel better, after you finish that oval, all you have left to do is 5 more domes.
That's not gonna be done.
That's and that.
But at least those are easy. They're all the same size. I have those. There's a Crawdon down there. What are you doing down there, boy? Come here, boy. Come on.
If you do finish the oval and get to the dome before the next dome before we end today, RTK, the next one is east of you.
East.
Because I only
Are we
have
talking
one
east? Are we talking west? Or are we
I hate
talking
you.
east?
But zesty. But I only have one more tube to make, actually. But I need you to make that dome before I can.
Okay.
And then after that, you just have to go back and do the 4 other domes that don't have any more tubes coming off of them. Lauren, where are you and what are you doing?
I am filling in sand. I'm literally like less than a minute from being done with a giant chunk, and then I can
Alright.
come look at whatever you want me to look at.
Well, I think if you look at this, you might want to go ahead and start trying to, like, build it up to, like, the slope, because you build from the bottom up, right, when you do this? Especially considering it's being done with sand.
Yeah, I'd usually prefer to do bottom up.
Cubone, 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 Cubone.
Also, chat, Chucha's name isn't actually Chucha.
No,
just
it's
her
not.
nickname.
Much like my
I
real
think she
name,
should
not
legally
Jessica.
change her name.
Well, no, I
Chucha.
think Chucha is, like, a term of endearment, right? But you just always told us, like, that's what to call her.
It's what her family's always called her, and you know, I just kind of started saying it. Just how I do it now.
I'm pretty sure when you told us about Chucha, you didn't tell us her real name for the
No,
longest
I
time.
said
so that's-
Chucha. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I didn't know what to call her either other than Chucha. Now it's just what I call her. Cubone, just slowly dying.
What am I doing?
This has got to start sloping down now. So this is the edge of the, gonna be the edge of the dome. So however best you think to slope it down to the ocean, go for it.
Gotcha.
goes 3.
Look at that Crawdon over there just hanging out.
I know, he won't come over here. I called
He's
him. I was
giving
like,
you
here, boy.
he's giving you his spiritual energy. One Crawdon boy to another. Did you RTK found something funny the other day that he shared with me
Oh,
about
yeah.
Crawdon?
Yeah, so I was looking, I'm drawing emotes and stuff, right? So the other day I was looking through, like, color palettes of Crawdon, and on Google Images, I found a Reddit profile that was claiming to have my character icon that I had commissioned, that they drew. It was theirs. Yeah.
That's
Then I,
6 years
bizarre.
ago.
yeah.
It
And then
was
I
six-
checked with my artist. I'm like, hey, is this you on Reddit with a different name? He's like, no, that's not me, but they have a lot of my art there.
That is crazy.
How interesting.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
bizarre.
that's
Even better, well, not better, it's actually worse, but funnier, is he gave me the link and I clicked onto the Reddit thing, and that person 6 years ago had like 3 comments on that message of saying, like, I did this Crawdon art, commission's open, and was responding to people in the comments saying, like critiquing the art or saying what they liked or not, and he was talking like, yeah, I did this, I messed that part up, yeah, I know, etc., etc.
it's insanity. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Some people
Yeah,
are
I
just
could-
insane.
I could never imagine. Like, I've commissioned so much art now that sometimes people forget that that's not my art. Like, there was a contest that I was doing with some of my friends that are into warrior cats, and I've gotten warrior cat commissions. And one of my friends goes, "Oh yes, Jed, I'm so looking forward to seeing your art." And I quickly said, like, "Hey, that wasn't my art. That was actual artist's art. But I'll do my best." And then I didn't, because I really struggled with drawing a cat because
Nice.
I couldn't draw cats. But the thing is like, I could never imagine, like, even though I paid for it, it's like, it's not mine. It's not my talent.
I just don't know, like, what, like you're gaining out of that. I mean, I like,
It's
what,
just
I
clout
guess,
is all
I
it is.
guess, yeah. It's just like weird.
Yeah, that's it. It boggles my mind because, like, you don't. What do you gain from it? You just make the artist not want to do things. Like, there is an artist that makes really fun Godzilla comics, and like, he talks
love
about how,
Godzilla
like,
stuff.
his, like, he talks so much about how, like, people steal his stuff, and it makes him, it demoralizes him, and I'm like, why the heck do you want to steal this and then make it so that this art doesn't exist anymore?
People suck.
And also, one thing that's also really annoying is now with the AI thing that can create art.
Oh yeah,
it really
AI
is just-
artists. Yeah, I saw that
And-
trending like when it first started hitting mainstream a couple of months ago, and I was like, this seems like, I know nothing about art. This seems like it could potentially like kill a lot of art in the long run, if anything.
Well, see,
Well,
the
what's
problem
awful
is
is it's
that
just stealing from people because
yeah,
it's like
it just
already.
samples people's art and then regurgitates it slightly different, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I just see people do it to make pictures of women with big boobs.
That's what
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot.
I have
yeah.
seen that too. Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that a lot too.
but you know, I could draw that
you
myself.
said that
I don't need
so-
AI art for that.
So un-Michael like. I mean, isn't that what most artists do anyway?
True.
For real.
The craziest part of the AI art thing to me is that they're all like, no, it's like my original art. And then you can see in their prompt that they wrote like, looks like artist's name, like some like
Yeah!
popular artist online.
Why
And it's like, how do you
so
say that that's your
awful?
art?
It really makes me angry that it's like, oh yeah, it's transformative. It's like, no, fudge off.
It's really
Although I
not.
hope one thing that people have been saying that like is a possible way to combat it is just to not tag your art, right? And so when the AI goes and looks for your art, it winds up grabbing things that aren't like actual things.
Yeah.
Like
then
somebody was like, hey, let's
people-
make our.
Then people searching for your art can't find it potentially. People
Yeah,
who are
that's the-
searching it
that
for
is-
like good reasons, not bad reasons.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, mountain's gone.
Well done.
Nice.
But I could also just submit a bunch of. Somebody just gotta submit like stick figure art and just flood it. I don't think it would work, but man.
Can I have creative, please? I have many, many blocks to get rid of.
Yeah, I was
I-
when I was streaming Xenoblade the other day, I'm like in the final dungeon, so it's a lot of just you know, classic JRPG, like you've got a big gauntlet to go through. And so it was just a lot of me talking with chat, and we talked about, like, fandoms in general, and I'm just like, yeah, like, you know, honestly, like, the longer I've been on the internet, like, with how much people just suck, especially fandoms in general, I've come to the conclusion, just, like, find a group of people that you like to talk about the thing with, and then just, like, only converse with them. Otherwise, for the most part, just, like, ignore fandoms in general.
That's why I don't really talk about MHA, because the fandom sucks so bad.
And it doesn't surprise me. I mean, like, the only time I talk about, like, stuff that would relate to a fandom, like talk about games at large or et cetera, is when I'm talking with, like, any of you guys, and, you know, obviously that extends to, like, the larger group of, like, Lone Wolf, Sly, etc. And then my chat. Like, this is the only... Like, any amount of, like, sometimes I'll, like, look around on Reddit a little bit, just, like, look at fan art, and, like, on Twitter sometimes, because it just comes up when you're browsing, but I don't, like, interact at all with fandoms at large. I'm just, like, if I see neat fan art, I'm like, oh, cool, looks nice. And that's, like, the extent of me having anything to do with fandoms at all. And, honestly, it's way better than whenever I would interact with fandoms in the past.
I think
Yeah,
the
something
best
I've
way that I
learned
prefer to... Oh, go
over the
ahead.
past couple years is that, like, there's a certain point where you have to just be like, I actually don't care to try and involve myself with any, like, of this argument or discussion or etc. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, I don't get involved with arguments and stuff. Like, I'll sit back, like, I'll see... Basically, the big thing that I do is, like, if I see, like, people being real jerks, then I'll just be like, cool, my block button, goodbye, I don't ever have to, you don't get to interact with me, I've never interacted with you, but I never have to, because as far as I'm concerned, you do not exist.
Dude, whenever I'm on a trending topic or an explore tab on Twitter, I am very prodigious with the mute button. And sometimes even the block button. If I ever see anything that I'm just like, I didn't like that tweet, then I pretty much just always just, like, hit mute on that person, because it's gonna make my Twitter experience better, and Twitter's already a nightmare experience as it is. And then if I see something that I'm very much like, you're scum, then that's quick block button.
Chaos
Yeah.
definitely has me muted on Twitter.
4 times! The other day someone was being stupid. I doubt they'll watch this video. Maybe they will. I don't care. Someone was being stupid, so I hit them with the block, and then 15 minutes later, they had made an alt account to follow me as if I wouldn't be able to tell.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It was hilarious.
I don't think I've ever been that,
Lone
like,
Wolf
desperate
Michael
to follow any Twitter account ever.
Yeah, Lone Wolf Michael and I got a good chuckle out of it, and we have a private chat on the server we were talking about.
Just look at Wyatt in your comments ever.
No, not in ages. But also,
Don't
like,
speak
I don't
him
know,
into
maybe...
existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he finally moved on. Maybe he finally got a life. I doubt it.
He
A lot of
finally
people
turned
don't know what I'm
12
talking about.
and decided to, like, develop a brain.
Yeah, maybe. A lot of people don't know what I'm talking about. There was a chunk of the channel's history for like 2 years, maybe, where some loser with no life was being a scumbag to a lot of other people in comments and to me as well. So I just, like, hit him with the block. And I made the mistake of back then I was not as knowledgeable with YouTube at the time. I made the mistake of telling him that, like, he's getting blocked and the reason for it, instead of just hitting, like, the block button and, like, hide user from channel, etc., which is how I deal with scumbags now. And so he made at least, like, 40 other alts over the course of, like, 2 years, just jumping in every now and then, but he never tried to hide it. He was always very obvious about it. There was also a time where I was streaming. This was before I had fiber optic. So before I had fiber optic, there was a time where I streamed for, like, a couple of months before I realized my internet just wasn't good enough for it, and then I quit and came back when I got fiber optic. But back then I had donations set up and through PayPal, and then he donated 1 cent through PayPal and said, I have your real name now, do what I say or I'm going to dox you or whatever. And I said, have fun, and nothing ever came of it, as you can imagine. Oh, my favorite was probably when I said I was going to PopCon, really looking forward to it. He said, I can't wait to go and punch you in the face. Nothing ever came of that, as you can imagine.
Yeah, just threats of physical violence, standard par for the course of being a
Bluffs,
YouTuber.
bluffs of physical violence. The dude was, like, I don't understand how he knows how to tie his shoes if he even does. Maybe he just uses Velcro shoes. But
And that dude was Michael Javelin 46.
it was him.
All along.
I can't wait to punch you for real, Chaos. And I'm sure
You already had your chance.
sure-
We literally
I'm sure the
shared a
feeling is
bed.
mutual. I'm sure the feeling is mutual.
We met with no physical altercations. We even shared a sleeping space. It was great.
We did.
I have a
Oh,
question.
yeah.
Did you guys hug when you met, or was it just like, hey man, and then that was it?
Took a picture with our arms over one another's shoulders in a link of 4 men. That's probably the closest we got to hugging.
Okay.
It was only for the
remember-
content. We hated
remember-
every minute of it.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know,
was
at my wedding-
me, it was me, Richie, Shroom, and Pete. So it had to be done.
At my wedding, Chaos sat on my lap and said, "I'll tell you what I want for Christmas."
Did I?
Yeah,
Did I?
you did. It was in the hotel room.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I did not do that at the wedding when we were in tuxes, but I bet I made a joke like that in the hotel room or something.
Yeah. I was just like, okay.
That's my favorite kind of humor, is just when you do something like that would never be expected.
Not out of you. I didn't expect that to happen.
That's why I love that kind of humor. I remember we recorded Mario Party, and I had the unluckiest game of my entire soul.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
literally just, like, for the last couple of turns, I just laid back on the bed while you guys played. I pressed the buttons that were necessary, and then I called my grandfather and had a conversation with him during the video.
Yeah.
Oh, those were good times. That's why you gotta get, like, to a PopCon or something, brother. You gotta meet up again. It's been so long.
Yeah.
You gotta go so you have an excuse to, like, bring out the Reagan cosplay or something.
Yeah. Are you gonna try and cosplay at PopCon this coming year, Michael?
I would love to.
I'm definitely going to. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really want to do Sasuke or Madara, but I'm definitely this year I'm getting a new cosplay, and I'll probably do Joker on like Friday again, but then do the new one on Saturday and maybe Sunday.
Nice. At the very least, I'm gonna try and probably like closet cosplay OY.
Yeah, man.
I think I could pull it off.
I think you can do it.
I wouldn't mind going to convention. The problem is that they're just nobody's bothering with precautions anymore. So, because that's what I've been hearing from last year I guess this past year there was not a lot of care taken, and considering I got COVID, I have no desire to get it again, so.
When I went to Comic-Con for like a day in last month in September, you were required to wear masks, although the restrictions
Oh, that's
were like
good.
6 feet apart. That wasn't really
Yeah,
possible.
they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, the mask
If
though,
they
that-
want you
I
to be
mean,
6 feet apart,
PopCon-
they're not gonna sell
PopCon-
any tickets.
When we went last year for PopCon, they said, like, wear a mask, but there was no enforcement. But I mean, like, I get what you're saying. And I mean, if that's your prerogative, more power to you. Do whatever makes you comfortable. But also, like, that's never gonna happen ever. Like,
Yeah.
you're basically just saying, like, you're not waiting for when a convention does, like, have the precautions you want. You're basically just saying, I'm never going to a convention. Which, if that's what you want to do, that's your decision. More power to you.
I guess that's just what it is then, because I have people that I want to protect, and that's my line. And the thing is I'm not telling people what they have to do, then I'm just not gonna go, because that's just the way it is. Because things are too dangerous still, and those are just my lines. And I know that's other people's lines, because they either can't because they're immunocompromised, or they have people that are immunocompromised.
Move, Ghastly.
Get out of here.
What are you doing over there, Shroom? You impeding progress? Have you finally gotten to the point of the day where you're like, okay, I can't be useful anymore, I have to be a menace?
He was gonna write RTK sucks in my dome.
I was not. I was gonna write RTK smells.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
of course. Get it
And
right.
I was doing really well until you ruined my progress.
You know, in this weird shadow, these iron blocks look purple.
What?
Yeah, they look oddly purple
Don't-
from where I am.
Just let him go.
Interesting.
Man, I can't. We still got another 6 months away, but I can't wait for PopCon again.
Well, it's not gonna fit actually. You win this real RTK.
Oh, you weren't even doing it with unknown blocks. You were spelling it out. You should have done RTK at the top and then smells underneath.
Ah, that's a good point.
You gotta up your trolling.
I got like 6 more layers of this dome.
I believe in you. But man, do I love conventions.
I don't mind them.
6.
A lot of the times, though, I go there, and the only thing I ever really buy is art, and even then, I don't often find artists that I like as much.
I mean, I definitely find art that I like usually, and buy a couple of things. I especially like it when I find good figures. I got, like, this past PopCon was one of the best for buying for me, because I got some really, really nice figures. But also, at the end of the day, like, I definitely go for some of, like, buying cool memorabilia and stuff like that. But, I mean, the number one thing about going to a convention is just the experience.
Yeah.
I would definitely go to PopCon even if it was just me, but I have not gone to a PopCon without at least one friend for, like, the past 5 years or something. Lauren?
Yeah.
Is this what he thought when he said he saw purple blocks, or did you do this after?
No,
No,
up
I'm doing
here,
this
it
right
just
now.
looks shadowy, and it kind of looks light purple to me. Not like dark purple.
That's fine. Your
The
eyes are
shadow.
broken, but that's all right. We love you anyway.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, anyways, the experience is always the best part, especially with friends. So I hope Slyro is set up in a good, because I know last year we couldn't do the, like, make a week of it thing because Slyro's, like, new job and all wouldn't let him, so I hope this year he can.
I think that was just because he was, like, just starting, wasn't it? He
Yeah,
just
I
didn't
think
have
that's what he
any-
said, yeah, but, you know. You never know.
I believe it, though, because, like, when you start a new job, they don't give you, like...
Yeah.
Usually you
Absolutely.
have to, like, accrue the, time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like half the time you don't even get insurance for like 3 months or something like that.
What?
Yeah, a lot of the places that I work at, you don't qualify for insurance until you work a certain amount of time.
Man, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
like, I think it's usually, like, 90 days, isn't it?
Yeah,
That'd be 3 months. Yeah, I didn't, like, not believe him or anything. I just, like, you know, this would still be a job that he's only had for, about a year, so. A little over a
Should
year,
be
so I
enough
hope that
time
there's
for him
no trouble that would prevent him from doing so if he wanted to.
I can't imagine.
Trio.
He can't miss out on going to the zoo with us.
That is
Do
right.
do do do. Do 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 do.
Who's responsible for this?
We've reached that point of today. Oh, I'm here. You know, yeah, you know who it is. Who else could it possibly be?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like that. What a non-question that was.
Yeah, I know. And there's no apostrophe in I'm, which is just unacceptable.
Yeah, I'm amazed that the I's are uppercase. It's probably just because doing the lowercase ones would be more of a hassle in this fashion.
How
Or
much
use
longer are we
passages.
going for today, do you think?
Probably another 3 hours.
I gotta go.
I'd like RTK to finish the oval so he doesn't have to come back to wrapping his head around it.
Yeah.
I think
be
that
too much longer.
that would be ideal.
I want to see this. I'm here. Oh! I'm glad I came to look at it. 10 out of 10. Lauren, where you at?
I'm building a beach.
Make a camera up just spawned in my tunnel.
In the tunnel?
Yep. Secret tunnel
Sacred tunnel! Oh,
through
yes,
the
yes.
mountains. Hey.
Hello. Need any help in here?
By the time I could explain to you, like, what needs to be done, I'd already have it done myself, and you'd probably just cause problems.
Wow. Seems unnecessary.
You? Yeah, I
True,
agree.
though.
I don't cause problems, I manufacture solutions.
Is that what
After
you
you
call
cause
him?
a problem.
Yeah.
He's literally Catchy from Persona 5.
Whee!
Jet is such a child.
Whee!
What is she doing over there?
She's just going through the... I don't even have to look. She's going through the floor panels that I've already placed down throughout the thing. Someone come kill this mega camera.
Why don't you do it?
Because I'm placing blocks, and I have a Metagross. And a Breloom.
I didn't bring any water types with me.
And a Raikou. Like, the only... If my Melodic dies, then it's all over. It, like, oh my goodness, it's thundering. It rinses the rest of my team. You know what we need to do soon?
4, 5, 6.
What was
I'm
that
down
thing?
for, like, First Class Trouble, Project Winter, and even trying Among Us with mods again. But what we really need to do is Jackbox.
Yeah, Jackbox 9 is coming out pretty soon.
Yeah,
right?
I heard
Yeah,
that. I want to
really?
play
Jeez.
Jackbox 8 again before 9 comes out.
Have they like
Oh
revealed
my gosh, you
anything
can
for
read the
that?
I'm here to kill
I think
chaos.
that
Yeah,
stre- I think that
Streamers have already been
yeah,
playing
streamers already have the. They did the same thing they did with 8 that annoys me. They gave it to streamers like a month and a half early.
Some
I
of
don't-
the games
Too
look
early.
really
Yeah,
good,
I don't
though.
mind, dude. I'm all for streamers getting stuff early to show it off, but like, I don't know when the release date for 9 is, but when 8 came out, like, I saw someone play it a month earlier, and then I was like, hey, let's play 8, and I went to buy 8, and it was like, this comes out in 2 weeks. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why? Like, the game is obviously done enough for streamers to play it. Why are you having them advertise it a month and a half early? That's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
It's just too early because
Yeah, that's
either
too early.
Like, too early, people are gonna get bored of it by the time it comes out.
yeah, they're either gonna
Yeah,
get
like-
bored of it or forget about it or get upset that they can't buy it.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
and-
was
yeah.
so
all
excited
the
for like
above.
Pole Mine when I first saw streamers playing it, and I was like, this would be so much fun to play with the guys. Like, let's do it. And then I went to look at it, and it's like the game doesn't come out for 2 more weeks, even though you saw streamers playing it a month ago. And I was like, are you kidding me, Jackbox? Like, come on, man.
I feel you, man. I really do.
But anyways, I definitely want to do another 8 stream of mostly just Pole Mine, but we can play another Jackbox game or 2 as well. But I definitely want to get one of those in before 9, and then when 9 comes out, like, legit, we gotta.
I gotta.
I did see some streamers playing one game on it, and it looked amazing.
What's the
Heck
premise?
was that?
My goodness, I watched the video like a week ago. What was the premise? I just remember being like, that's great. It was, crud, dude, I can't tell you. I only saw the one video of it for like 30 minutes.
Nice.
But I remember watching it and being like, this looks like it's gonna be like it's gonna be the game of the pack.
Michael,
Yeah.
does he always look like this?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Okay, just making sure.
What's
Who
wrong
is
with
it?
him? Cribrawler.
I thought that he was like orange, so I saw a purple and blue one and was like, what?
I'm the
You might be
orange
thinking
crab.
of
What are you talking about?
Corfish.